Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys another week of WBE. The Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on the Free State Torracats and Coach DuncanKneeDeep. If you guys are hyped this video, show some love on that like button down below, and definitely be sure to subscribe if you are new. Duncan has been one of the top teams in the league. We're both sitting at 5 wins and 2 losses, and we certainly have our work cut out for us in this match. He's got an incredible team featuring Tapu Koko, GlitchXCity, and then some rain elements like Politoed, Kingdra, Ludicolo, and Armaldo. He's got Mega Medicham, he's got Bisharp, Gengar, Xatu, and Trampa. With Flyinium Z as a Z Crystal. I want a little bit of revenge on Duncan because I wanted Fly Z on my team and he drafted it the round I was going to draft it. So I was a little bit bummed that he took my Z Crystal that I was aiming for. But nevertheless, it's looking to be a pretty good matchup of 2 5-2 teams, solidifying kind of one of the top spots in the league here with this matchup. But of course, if you guys didn't see it, I had to do a rematch, or not a rematch, but I missed my match against Chase. Chase actually ended up leaving the league and Patty Trills took over for him. So you probably would have seen that match midweek. If you didn't, it was uploaded to my channel probably like a Tuesday. I think actually Tuesday the 24th it'll be uploaded. So you get an extra match this week essentially, so go check that out. P4G's going on as normal, and then the Little Cup League is also going on. So lots of battling content for you guys this weekend, and for the next couple weeks it's gonna be a little hectic with all the battles. Real quick, what Tapu is your favorite for a draft league format? Looks like we're gonna be facing Tapu Koko in this match. Fully expect him to bring it. And let's talk about our team a little bit here. I do think I am gonna bring team builders back at some point, but not right now. We're gonna kick things off here with Shrimp the Gyarados, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Crunch. You know, Jolly, Intimidate. Got to be really careful with that Bisharp though, because it probably has Defiant, which can boost its attack stat after Intimidates. So you got to be very cautious there. But otherwise, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Crunch, looking pretty good, man. I like the Earthquake there because it hits things like Tapu Koko a little bit harder, hits things like Bisharp super effectively. So I felt like I didn't really need Taunt or Substitute in this match. They didn't really function as well against him. So I kind of like those options better. We've got our Drapion coming back with the Jolly Battle Armor Assault Vest set. This thing is meant to basically pursuit trap Gengar, its primary function, but it can also take a hit from Ludicolo, and it can also take a hit from the you know, the Tapu Koko relatively well, and then fire back a big poison jab on either of those. Ice Fang for GlitchXCity, and then of course Pursuit there, like I mentioned, is for the Gengar primarily, and actually Xatu too. Our objective is to pursuit trap those Pokemon, keep them from doing a lot of damage, because otherwise they can be really effective against our team. We've got our modest, bulky Vikavolts. We're bringing Vikavolt a lot this season. Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, Mudshot, and Roost. Mudshot does lower the speed of the opponent's Pokemon, so it becomes a pretty cool move in this matchup to slow some things down. But primarily this thing is pretty bulky. It's meant to take on 2 hits from Tapu Koko. I have the ability to Roost up. I can take on the GlitchXCity relatively well. I can take Bullet Punches from Medicham. You know, I can switch into things like Ludicolo and do a good amount of damage because we have a good amount of special bulk. But we can definitely put in some work here. This thing is really offensive, and it's just naturally bulky. Or it's naturally offensive with a good amount of bulk. Alolan Ninetales, Emma Frost is a great matchup this week, so I really have to utilize it effectively. He does have rain, so we're going to be bringing the hail to try to counter that. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a weather war if he decides to bring his Politoed, but the nice thing is, Expert Bell Freeze Dry does a lot of damage to a lot of his Pokemon. It shuts down his Kingdra and it shuts down his Ludicolo by hitting them 4 times super effectively with that Ice move. Aurora Veil there for utility if I could potentially set up later. Moonblast obviously to hit things like Medicham, and then Hidden Power Fighting, which is for that Bisharp, one of my offensive responses to Bisharp. Obviously, Mega Medicham having Bullet Punch is going to be very difficult for my Ninetales to deal with. We've got our Rhinoculus here, which leads the team in kills. Psychic, Hidden Power, Fighting, Recover, and Knockoff with the Regenerator set, so more of a pivoting set this week. We got a lot of physical defense, a lot of HP, a little bit of special attack with that Coldberry. That's going to allow us to take the Dark type hits from Bisharp. I have a feeling he's going to predict my Rhinoculus coming in on that Medicham and potentially try to switch that Bisharp in, so I can take 1 hit from that thing with the Coldberry and then proceed to knock it out with Hidden Power Fighting. We've got the Regenerator there allowing us to take multiple hits, switch out and gain our health back, so hopefully we can take repeated switch-ins from that Medicham, which just hits incredibly hard if it is carrying the high jump kick. Knockoff is there for good utility, potentially knock off some items like a Damp Rock, a Life Orb, or something of that nature. And then last but not least, I feel like I've been bringing this a lot this season, but it is Choice Scarf Landorus. I do like Choice Scarf Landorus in this matchup specifically because it does allow me to outspeed the Tapu Koko, the Medicham, the Bisharp, and the Gengar, a lot of Pokemon that otherwise would be a lot faster than us. Once GlitchXCity is gone, we can pretty much lock into Earthquake, which is really good against him. U-turn otherwise, knock off if I can knock off some items, then Choice Scarf Stealth Rock, which is always nice. Stealth Rocks aren't super good against his team, so they're not like a huge priority, but I didn't really feel like I needed Stone Edge on this Pokemon, and I mean, I could have ran Hidden Power Ice for GlitchXCity, but I really didn't want to split up my stats that way. So that's pretty much the gist there, and you know, we've got our squad. I think he's got an incredible team, man. We're gonna have our work cut out for us on this one, guys. It's gonna be a tough match, with his team, man. Having the Rain with a Pokemon like Tapu Koko and Mega Medicham, and then you throw Gengar and Bisharp into the mix, dude, that is just a lot of offensive power. So we're gonna have a slugfest here, guys. But I think if we can, you know, get Gyarados set up and use Ninetales effectively, there's a good chance we can win this game. So let's do it, man. Let's get connected with DuncanKneeDeep here, and let's have a good match, guys. All right, guys, we are connected here with Duncan. Let's find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's going to bring. You can kind of see what I'm expecting this screen. I definitely think Koko and Gliscor, he pretty much brings those every time. I think Bisharp's too good not to bring because of my 2 Intimidators. And then I think he's going to bring a Rain element. I think Politoed Ludicolo or Politoed Kingdra. And I can even see Armaldo, which does get Swift Swim. I wouldn't be super surprised if he went that route, although I do think Ludicolo is actually pretty good. Just because it's grass and water typing with Ice Beam, it hits everything really, really well. Like Kingdra, don't get me wrong, like Kingdra's good against me too, but I do think that Ludicolo is a little bit better, just because of Empoleon primarily. Kingdra kind of has a hard time getting through Empoleon, so, and actually Empoleon matches up relatively well against his team in general, so he might expect that. But you can kind of see what I brought. Like I said, I mean, try to cover all my bases here. It's gonna be a tough matchup nevertheless, though. Like, I know regardless it's gonna be tough. So my lead is tricky too. Like, I'm very torn on my lead. I like Gyarados as a lead. I like Vikavolt as a lead. I like Ninetales potentially as a lead, but I think it's super important for me to keep Ninetales as healthy as possible, because I'm gonna need to be able to counter that Rain if he brings it. If he doesn't bring Rain, then Ninetales is a little bit more flexible. But you know, I can see him doing a number of different things with his lead. Even Medicham could be a lead, so we have to keep all those things in mind and and be ready to rock and roll. So we'll see what he's doing. He's deciding his team here, kind of getting set up. And in terms of other things that he could bring, like I mentioned, the other 2 Rain Sweepers, I could see Gengar coming, which is why I have Drapion. I think Gengar kind of rips a lot, but with me having 2 Dark types, there's a chance he doesn't bring it at all. Xatu is always annoying, but I haven't really shown too much of a kind of liking to setting hazards, so I don't anticipate Xatu. And I think Drampa's okay in this matchup, you know, but I think it can kind of get overwhelmed, so I'm not exactly like sold on Drampa coming. So I think that the 6 we have are close, maybe plus or minus 1. You know, like I mentioned, the Bisharp, I wouldn't be surprised if he brought like Adrenaline or Bisharp, dude. That would actually be pretty sketchy. That'd actually be pretty sketchy, but that's why I have Choice Scarf Landorus. Like, Choice Scarf Lando really kind of covers a lot of those issues. It doesn't outspeed things in the rain. His Ludicolo is his Kingdra and his Armaldo, but it's gonna outspeed everything else. Like, he's probably not gonna run Scarf Koko. He's probably not gonna, he can't run, you know, Medicham faster. And then otherwise, like, we're faster than everything, unless he ran like Scarf Gengar or something like that. So, yeah, I guess we'll ultimately kind of see what he's gonna do. But I'll do a quick cut until he's ready, because I don't know if he's just debating or he's doing his little intro or something. All right, so here we are. Looks like no Bisharp. He brings Armaldo instead, which, again, I'm a little bit surprised to see, but I'm totally cool with. So we're going to see the Armaldo instead. No Bisharp. Pretty much brings everything else as expected. So that works for me. Like I said, Armaldo is a bit annoying just because it can be really powerful in the rain. And it could be Assault Vest as a way to kind of handle my, my Ninetales. But I do think that we can kind of work around that. So in terms of my lead, I do like Gyarados as a lead because it matches up really well against everything that's not basically Tapu Koko, and if he leads Armaldo, I can lead Gyarados and like really pressure that thing with Waterfall. Alternatively, I think Gyarados is just a really good lead. If he leads Gliscor, I can intimidate that thing as well, and I can pressure him, start it setting up, and he's gonna have a hard time if I can start getting up some Dragon Dances, because he's not gonna be able to like one-shot me. And with 2 Dragon Dances, we put in a ton of work, so I'm definitely leaning towards that, because I can Mega Evolve on the Armaldo anyway, and then he could go for an X-Scissor, but it's not really a huge deal. So I think I'm going to stick to that. I don't think Venomax is all that great in this matchup. It can take 1 hit from the Koko or the Ludicolo. But I do like Shrimp. I think leading with Shrimp is just really solid. I mean, I could lead Jafar and try to just get a U-turn off on something. But I like the offensive pressure Shrimp is going to put on that Gliscor if he leads with that. So Armaldo's either like Assault Vest or he's just like full offensive. Could be Swords Dance, could be AV, could be like Rock Setter. So a couple different options there, but I feel okay about this team. Very surprised no Bisharp though, to be honest. That actually means that my Reuniclus would have absolutely been amazing if I brought like a Calm Mind set. He's gonna lead Fast Boy, which is gonna be the Tapu Koko. So very surprised to see Koko here on the first turn, to be honest. I really did not anticipate him going Koko here with his lead. So he's gonna get his Electric Surge up, and this gives him an opportunity to potentially U-turn. It gives him an opportunity to Volt Switch, gives him an opportunity to Thunderbolt. He's got a couple different things that he can do here. For me, like, I feel like my play is to go into my Vikavolts, which is a safe play. It kind of counters the U-turn. I don't anticipate a hidden power ice here, and I don't think I live an electric move. If I Mega Evolved, can I live an electric move from a Coco? I doubt it, just because he's so powerful, and I'm not really that bulky now. There's no way. I mean, I could potentially try to set up and just go for a Dragon Dance predicting the U-turn, which would be a really, really reckless play. It'd be such a reckless play if I just click Dragon Dance here on turn 1, Mega Evolve, and just Dragon Dance. Like, there's a part of me that wants to do it. I just don't know if it's worth it, because I feel like my play into Lando is so obvious. I kind of want to do it, though. I'm going to do it, guys. I understand it's very risky. I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to Dragon Dance. I'm going for it, dude. It's a super risky play early in the match. I realize that, but I feel like with Duncan, I want to get some good stuff going here. I feel like my play into Lando or Vikavolt is very obvious. Let's see if he goes for the U-turn or not. He's going for the U-turn. Okay. It's going to hit me super effectively, but it's not going to do a ton. And I'm going to get a +1 up on him. So, okay. So, that's okay. Here comes Harvey, which is the Ludicolo. And I'm going to go +1. He's Electric Seed Ludicolo. So, good plays on his part. I get a Dragon Dance up, though. I'm sitting at +1. And against the Ludicolo that's sitting +1, I can I take a, if he's Life Orb, can I take a Giga Drain? 63 to 76, a 123 out of 177. 69%. So if he's Life Orb, he does actually probably knock me out if I crunch him here. I think I'm going to go for it, though. Or do I go for the... Yeah, I think we crunch. I'm just going to crunch. Electric Seed, cool, though. He's obviously going to be able to... he's obviously going to be able to take this and then hit me with a big Giga Drain. Hopefully I can live it, though, on a Sliver. I can. He's oh, he's not Life Orb, obviously, because he was Electric Seed. Might be able to knock him out here with another crunch, though. It's going to be close, but I think we're going to go for it either way. No chance, no sense in over-predicting here. We just crunch. If I can knock this thing out, that would be amazing. It's going to be close. I think it's a damage roll, but I think we can do it. We're going to be a little shy there. He's going to knock us out. So, Ludicolo kills Gyarados with Giga Drain. Okay. That's fine with me. Totally fine by me. I'm in a situation now where I can go into Lando and just U-turn. He doesn't have Rain Up. This thing is not taking a U-turn. I see no reason not to do that. And I get rid of one of his primary Rain Sweepers. And if he switches, I gain momentum. So let's just go Jafar here. I know U-turn will knock him out, even with the +1. So, just kind of going really aggressive there. I know that we were in a situation where, like, we put in a lot of work with Gyarados, but Electric Seed Ludicolo was just a really good bring in his part. So he's gonna save this thing. So he's sitting at about 30%, let's say. And he's gonna go Gliscor probably. Yeah, he goes Gliscor. Okay. I get a U-turn off here. And that's gonna put us in a situation where I can pressure him now with Ninetales. So let's do that. Not even gonna think about it. We're just gonna go Ninetales, 100%. Obviously, he could bring in Armaldo. I think that's gonna be his play, is to bring the Armaldo in. But let's get our Hail up. All right, so we've seen Giga Drain on the Ludicolo. Kind of smart to save it. He doesn't show that he has... Okay, he is Toxic. Okay, so he's Toxic Orb. And he is Toxic. Okay, Freeze Dry 1,000,000% knocks him out. I think the Armaldo switching is happening, though. I do feel like he goes Armaldo here. So what do I want to switch into the Armaldo? Because the Armaldo is actually a problem for my team without Gyarados. Armaldo is actually like a pretty big problem. Ninetales against Armaldo. If he's not Assault Vest, I mean, Moonblast is going to do a solid chunk to him. So I'm going to go for the Moonblast here. I feel like getting off that damage is worth it. Although, what do I switch in otherwise? My other option is going Jafar here. But I think I just go for the Moonblast. So he could protect as well, but he's going to switch out. Okay. He probably goes Armaldo. Total Recall, which is going to be the Politoed. Okay. A little surprised to see that, but he's going to set up the Rain. A special attack drop would be pretty nice here. Not going to lie. We do a good chunk. His electricity's gone. Okay, that's fine. Don't see an item. I'm going to go for the Freeze Dry. Maybe he predicted the Aurora Veil. I don't know. I definitely thought Armaldo was coming in there, though. Definitely thought Armaldo was coming in. Armaldo is going to be very difficult for me to deal with in this match. There's no doubt about it. Without Gyarados, which was kind of the mistake of letting Gyarados go down so early. But we'll see what he's going to do here. He can Scald. He can Toxic. He can also switch out, trying to see if I have Freeze Dry or not. I didn't just go for it, so he may be a little uncertain whether I have it. Maybe he thought I was going to Blizzard. But I'm just going to go for the Freeze Dry. It'll hit the Politoed super effectively and weaken it quite a bit. The key is I really need to keep my Ninetales, you know, able to switch in a few times, because I'm gonna need its Freeze Dry and stuff, and its ability to change the weather with him having a couple Rain Sweepers. So I get a Freeze Dry off here. This is just super effective a hit. This is gonna do a good amount of damage to him. I do have the Expert Belt. We're not gonna get a Freeze, and he's got a Berry. It looks like it's either a Citrus or a Super Berry, and it's a Super Berry. So good prep on his part to bring that Aguav, and he's gonna Icy Wind me. Okay. So we pop his item, we get hit with an Icy Wind, no big deal. Lowers our speed, which is fine. Again, I can Freeze Dry again, which I'm okay with. His best switch in is that Armaldo. And again, like I have a Drapion and a Landorus that can come in. This is kind of tricky, because I want to keep the momentum up against the potential Armaldo coming in. I think I Moonblast, because Freeze Dry I don't think is going to do enough. So I'm going to go for the Moonblast. I actually should still be faster, just in case he goes Armaldo here. And it also hit the Coco harder. He's going to switch out. He probably goes Armaldo. He's going to go Harvey, which is the Coco. No, it's the Ludicolo, so we're going to knock it out. So that works out for me. So Ninetales kills Ludicolo with Moonblast. So he wants that free switch, which understandable. Makes sense. He wants that free switch. So I have to play this Armaldo really well. It's going to be very difficult. Here comes Hard Body, which is his Metacham. We know this thing very well is going to have a number of different things. We just got to go Nuke here. I'm not going to overthink this play. My play is 1,000,000% to go into Nuke. We are Regenerator. We have a couple different things we can use. I can knock off an item on something if I wanted to, which could prove to be useful if that Armaldo comes in. Get rid of its Assault Vest or whatever it may be. I wish I had T-Wave, but it's okay. Nuke is my play. If he has like Substitute or anything, I can handle that. Bulk Up would be pretty scary. Not gonna lie, Bulk Up would be pretty scary. But let's see what he's got going on here. He's got Bullet Punch. Okay. So easy switch there for us. Works out for us really well. He's obviously got to be fearing the setup here. In my mind, he goes Armaldo, if I had to guess, or Toad. Either way, knockoff is a really good play, I think. I don't think he goes Gliscor here, so I'm gonna go for the knockoff. He's gonna switch out. It's good for me. And he's gonna go into Free Agent, which I think is the Armaldo. Exactly. Okay, so we're gonna knock off whatever item this has. If it was Assault Vest, it's gonna be really big for us. It was an Assault Vest. Okay, so we got rid of this item, and the rain is gone. I think that was only 5 turns, so that's pretty clutch for us. We're gonna go Jafar now because the rain is gone. He may try to set up Stealth Rocks, but I'm gonna get an Intimidate off on him, and without him having the rain, it puts us in a really good spot. And we can start U-turning around, try to get some momentum. Armaldo is a big threat, but now without the Assault Vest, that really helps, because that makes Ninetales have a much better shot at weakening this thing. So let's go Jafar. Let's get this Intimidate off on him. I can take a Rock move. I can take a Bug move relatively well. He's going to go for the knockoff himself, so we're going to lose our Scarf, which stinks, but it's not the end of the world. It's really not. I kind of like setting up rocks myself here. His play most likely is Gliscor. So I can set up rocks and then U-turn out on the Gliscor, because he's going to get his own rocks up. So let's get up rocks. He's going to switch out. He probably goes Gliscor here. It's probably his dedicated response. He goes MVP, which is going to be the Gliscor. That's fine. I get my rocks up. Okay. Now he's probably going to trade rocks here. But again, he might be faster than me too. So hopefully I get a slow U-turn here. And I can get my Ninetales in against this thing. We're just going to U-turn away. Stinks that I lost my, my Scarf, because that was actually one of my best ways of dealing with a couple things. He's going to Toxic me. So we see Toxic, but this gives me an opportunity to go into my Ninetales now, basically for free. And he doesn't have rocks up, and I pressure the rocks now. So we get the U-turn out. I can go right into my Ninetales. And now I'm in a situation where we can really, really pressure him. I don't even have to think about this play. We're just going 1,000,000% Ninetales. We're going to set up the hail. Alright. Not having Scarf stinks, man. It means Drapion is going to need to be able to beat the Coco. I think. Or Vikavolt. But I have Mud Shot, so he gets Poison Heal. Okay, so I Freeze Dry here, I think, 1,000,000%. Because Armaldo's taking 25% to rocks now. So he's not going to take Freeze Dry plus Moonblast, I don't think. So let's go for Freeze Dry. He switches out. We're going to get a Freeze Dry off on something. It's going to be Total Recall, which is going to be the Politoed. It's going to take rocks damage and Freeze Dry. So that's going to put him in a situation where one more Freeze Dry will knock him out, and he doesn't have his berry anymore. So I can actually Moonblast instead of Freeze Dry this time too, which is nice. So if he switches out, I get the harder hit. He lives, and I get the freeze. The freeze doesn't actually matter though. It's gonna make no difference here. We can just Moonblast though. My play 1,000,000% is to Moonblast. There's no reason to Freeze Dry here, so we just Moonblast in case. And this means we win the Weather War. So Ninetales kills Politoed with Freeze Dry. Okay, so Politoed's gone. And we now control the weather. Here comes Fast Boy, which is the Coco. Yep, okay. I really don't see Vikavolt doing a ton in this match. Especially since Ninetales, like, is able to pressure him a lot. So I think I go Vikavolt here. It could bring in Armaldo, which I don't really have a good switch into. I could also go Jafar, which isn't as useful, but then I at least get the priority. Let's go Jafar. If he goes U-turn, it's fine. I don't think he goes for, he could go for the electric. I don't think he hidden power ices here. So let's go Landorus. Again, without our Scarf, it's not nearly as important because I'm not going to outspeed the meta champ anyway. So he goes for Iron Head. Interesting that he's got Iron Head, which is a cool play. I'm going to take some poison. We have not seen Hidden Power Ice yet. If he has it, he's going to have it now. So now we're going to go into Vikavolt to scout for the HP Ice. I wish I went Vikavolt just now. So Iron Head U-turn. So he might be fully physical. He might be fully physical. His play is to go Gliscor here, I think. If he's going to go anything, he goes Gliscor. So he's going to definitely U-turn or HP Ice. Let's see what he does. He goes for Iron Head again. Okay. Yeah, he might be Choice Scarf. He might be Choice Scarf. Okay, so I think I Hidden Power Ice here. He hasn't shown me any reason not to. I mean, I have the Mud Shot, which can slow something down, but I just feel like I really don't lose anything by Hidden Power Icing, predicting the Gliscor. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. Any damage against Coco is good damage, so he very well could be Choice Scarf top of Coco. He's going to U-turn. He's definitely not Choice Scarf. Okay. It's going to do very little damage. Hopefully he goes Gliscor and I can get Hidden Power Ice off. If not, he goes Armaldo. At which case, I'm going to have to manage a switch here. I might have to go back in the Lando. But very interesting that he's got Iron Head U-turn on his Coco. Here comes MVP, which is going to be the Gliscor. We're going to pop this thing with an HP Ice, which is very nice. We'll see if this does half. It might do about half to him. Nice. Did I crit? No, it wasn't a crit. Wow, he just wasn't that bulky. Okay, good prediction there. Vikavolt kills Gliscor with HP Ice. That was big because his answers to Landorus are getting reduced now. That was big. That was big. Vikavolt, baby. Okay. Gliscor's gone. Here comes Mega Medicham. Do I need Vikavolt? I think I do because it still handles the Coco pretty well. So I can go Nuke here. I can go Nuke here, and I can start firing off Psyches. I don't think he can two-shot me with High Jump Kick. Like I said, the biggest worry is that he has the Bulk Up or something like that. He goes for Ice Punch, so he predicts the Lando. That's fine. No freeze, please. Perfect. I just Psychic. He doesn't have any switch-ins to Psychic. I mean, Armaldo can come in, but he doesn't really have any safe switch-ins now. We're just going to Psychic. He goes for Thunder Punch. Shouldn't do much. Ooh, that Electric Terrain boosted. Very smart play. Okay, very smart plays on his part. To me, I feel like I could do one of two things here. Do I need my Lando? I kind of like Lando still in this matchup. I kind of like Lando still. The only reason why I like Landorus is because Intimidate seems to be still pretty solid. Do I need my Reuniclus still? The nice thing about Reuniclus is he is the best way to deal with this Medicham. What do I need the least right now? My gut is telling me I have to decide whether I want Venomax or Vikavolt basically to handle the Armaldo at this point in the match. I think I keep Nuke around because he's going to get Regenerator right here and he's going to be at a lot more health. Or do I just let him go down? The thing is he outspeeds me with everything, so it's kind of tricky. I don't really have good switch into this thing. I don't think he bullet punches here. I don't want to go Overdrive. I think I go Venomax here. What's my downside to going Venomax here? He just knocks me out, and then what do? I go into Jafar. Get an Intimidate off. This is tricky. I could just sack off Jafar here. Let's just sack off Jafar. Then I get an Intimidate off that allows my next Pokemon to come in and take a hit. And be able to pressure him. We get an attack drop there. He goes to the Ice Punch, he'll knock us out. That's fine. Medicham kills Lando with... Alright, Lando wasn't really going to do anything at that point anyway. Okay, so now he's -1, which means I can go into whatever I want here. Nuke can live any hit, and it can go for Psychic and knock him out. Because he is -1 now. I think that's my play. Yeah, because if he switches and saves this thing, then at the very least, I switch back out and I get Regenerator again. So we're going to Psychic here. He's going to switch out. Okay, so I get a big Psychic off on something. Probably the Armaldo. Yeah, here comes the Armaldo. That's fine. He doesn't have an Assault Vest anymore. This should do a lot of damage to him. I don't think it knocks him out, but it's going to do a lot. It depends on his investment. If he was offensive, maybe. Nah, it's going to just be a little short. That's okay, though. We're going to get a lot of health back here. So I have to figure out what I think he's going to go for. I think I just go Venomax either way. I don't anticipate an Earthquake here, considering my Vikavolt switch in could be a thing. And that's going to get Nuke in a situation where it can take on the Medicham. So we just have to manage our sacrifices here really well. Vikavolt should be able to beat the Tapu Koko. So let's switch out Nuke. We'll get a Regenerator back. We're going to go into Venomax here, which should be able to take anything from this Armaldo. We know he doesn't have an item. He's going for Rock Tomb, so he's going to slow us down. So good plays on his part to have the Rock Tomb. Slow us down a little bit. So I can predict... There's no point in predicting the Earthquake here. I think I just stay in and I just go for the Earthquake of my own. Yeah, let's just go for Earthquake. If he's faster than me and goes for Earthquake of his own and knocks me out, it's fine. It's honestly okay. I don't really need Drapion at this point in the match. My Vikavolt should be able to handle the Tapu Koko. So, and Reuniclus handles the Medicham. He's going to Aqua Jet me, so he actually thinks I'm going to be faster anyway. Works out. We get the Earthquake off, and that should knock him out. So, Drapion kills Armaldo with EQ. So, Armaldo's gone. He's down to just Medicham and Tapu Koko. If he goes Medicham, then I get to go into Reuniclus, and I click Psychic. If he goes Tapu Koko, then I go into... He's going to go Fast Boy. It's fine. I go into Vikavolt, and I click Mud Shot. So, I can just let him knock me out here. I don't think I live a hit. If he goes for Thunderbolt, I might actually live because I am Assault Vest. But let's go for the Poison Jab on the off chance that I can live. If he goes for Wild Charge. I don't think we're living a Wild Charge. He's definitely physical. Yeah, he's not. We're not living that. But he takes Recoil, so that's okay with me. Koko kills Drapion with Wild Charge. Alright, Vikavolt should be able to switch in here, no problem. There's no reason to go Emma Frost right now. Because he's going to have Iron Head. So let's go Vikavolt. And Vikavolt can go for the Mud Shot right now. Which I think is the best play. At this point, I just sack off my Ninetales, I think. What is Vikavolt Mud Shot doing to Medicham? I think he was at... He had a decent amount of health. Thunderbolt knocks out the Medicham. What about Koko? He's Z Wild Charge. I'm just going to say Z Wild Charge. Thunderbolt does like 40% to him. Mud Shot knocks him out from this range. Do I just Thunderbolt twice or do I just Mudshot and guarantee? I mean, either way, I think my play here is just a Mudshot. He's got the Z move. He's Fly Z, I think. I think I live, though. I should be able to live this, dude. Unless he's Z Mirror move. Nice, Supersonic Sky Strike. I should be able to live a Brave Bird, dude. I should be able to live. It does 54 to 63. I'm very bulky, dude. I've got 244 HP. We should be able to tank this. And we do. I hit the Mudshot. And it knocks him out. Sweet, baby! Vikavolt kills Sabu Koko with Mudshot. And now it comes down to my Reuniclus having to beat a Medicham here. Which it should be able to do. Yeah, the Medicham is really low, so Mudshot was the right play. We just T-Ball here. He's gonna Ice Punch us. I'm glad he got that crit out of the way there. Is there any way he beats Reuniclus at this point? I don't think so. 152 out of 211. That puts us at 72%. Is there any way he can beat me here? Like, I'm just debating, because the only thing is, if he has high jump kick and crits me, there's a chance that he can win, I think. So, high jump kick does 42 to 50. So that means 50, it could be 75%. So he could actually beat me. So I have to go for the differential here and guarantee. I have to go nuke and then switch out, sack off my Ninetales, and then win the game that way. Because a crit high jump kick actually could beat me here. So we're gonna go Emma Frost here and sack it off. So I'll lose out on differential, but I'm guaranteeing that he can't beat me with high jump kick crit. So let's see what he has, whether he goes for Ice Punch or something else. If he goes for bulk up here, I'm gonna be devastated, dude. I'm gonna be devastated. I just don't think he has it. Thunder Punch, okay. So now he's got a Bullet Punch me. That's gonna knock me out, but it's fine. Now I guarantee that in electric terrain, he can't one-shot me. So now we go nuke. So T-Punch in electric terrain against Medicham. Thunder Punch in electric terrain. Does like 50%. So it was the right play, dude, because if he crit Thunder Punch me, we actually would have lost. So as long as he doesn't freeze me here, we're good. And he doesn't. Sweet. Good stuff, man. Reuniclus kills Medicham with Psychic. And we're going to win 1-0. So good games at Duncan, man. That was a great game, dude. You know, at the end there, I knew how we were going to win, and it really came down to just ensuring I didn't get crit with Reuniclus. But I think we played that game very, very well, man. I think early game, like, I played super aggressively with Gyarados, which maybe wasn't the best decision, but I knew that, you know, we'd be able to kind of still manage all the pieces that we needed to manage. I think we made some really clutch plays, though. Knocking off the Assault Vest on our Moldo ended up being really good. You know, that HP Ice from Vikavolt into Gliscor prediction ended up proving to be incredible because it gave me so much momentum and really saved us because I think that Gliscor was pretty offensive. Yeah, so ultimately just a good game in general. Props to my man Duncan. He's a beast, and you know, it was a good game, dude. So thank you, Duncan, for the match. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one, and be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.